Hello everyone, welcome to the Selfish Programmer, and today we'll solve the two sums problem.
This time we're solving a Leetcode problem. Leetcode problem number 1, two sum. So for this problem, we're given two inputs. The first one is nums with a list of integers. So for our example, we'll use 3, 2, 4. And then we have a target sum. We have a target which is 6. So let's see how we can solve this problem. So we can use the brute force approach where we use 3, 2, and 4 and loop through it twice. So we pick the first one, we test it out with 2, that makes it 5, which is not equal to 6, so we cross it, and then we go with 3 and 4, which is equal to 7, so we don't need this, and then we start with 2, try it out with 4, which is 6, which is equal to the target, and that's a result. So let's code this out. Cut.
So as we saw on our notepad, that we can solve this problem through a brute force method. Let's try and attempt that. Let's try and implement that. So for I in let's, let's say n is equal to the length of nums. So that would be the length of our input array, and then we have a for loop for I in range n. We can have either n or starting and ending values. So I in 0 comma n, and then for j in range I plus 1 comma n, and here we should have n minus 1, because if we have I plus j is equal to I plus 1, then we can have a out of bounds exception. Let's see if so we have two loops, and while looping we have to figure out if our two numbers sum up to the target is equal to target, and if they do, we just return I comma j, and that's it. Let's see, let's give it a run. And as you can see, since this is a brute force method, it takes a bit longer to run this. So if we submit this, we'll see a lengthy period of time. See, we just faster than 7%, but we take less memory. Now let's go back to our notepad and see if we can solve this in linear time.
Nested loop. So we have a big O of n squared time complexity. Now, let's see if we can solve this, or if we can improve this time complexity, do something better. So if we have an array 3, 2, and 4, what we can do is we can use a dictionary. So let's say we have an empty dictionary, and once we initialize the dictionary, we can take each number and subtract it from the target. So target, in our first iteration, a single loop, we have target minus 3, which is equal to 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. Now we look for 3, which is the remainder, or let's say number to find, because we need this to complete with our first number, which is 3. So can we find 3 in our list? If not, we don't. Our dictionary is empty, sorry. Dictionary is empty. What we do is we just store it in here with its index. So 3 is the number, and the value is the index, which is 0, 1, 2. Now we go for second iteration and say target minus 2, which is 6 minus 2 equal to 4. Now this is the number to find, and we look in here and we don't have it, so we store it again. So 4, we store the number, so 2, we are storing this number, so 2 and 1. If we go for third one, we have target minus 4, and 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, so this is to find. And lo and behold, we have 2 in here, so we return this. So we return 0, sorry, not 0, we return an array with the first number, which was number to find 1, and then index of 4, which is 2, and that's our answer. So let's try and code this out.
So we have a base case if length of, so if say n is equal to length of nums, and if n is equal to 2, we can just return 0, 1. Otherwise, for I, or well, we can just look for number for num in nums. Let's see. Or we go by index for I in range n. Let's see. So we have the first number, num1 is equal to nums I, and then we have remainder is equal to target minus nums num1, and I forgot to instantiate a dictionary, so we can do a nums dict here is equal to. So as for a solution, we look for if num1 in nums dictionary, we return nums dictionary, let's return nums dictionary of num1, the value, it has to be an array, and then we return I. Otherwise, we just store it in there. Nums dict num1 is equal to I. So that's the index value. So we have seen that if the array, this is our base case, if the length of the array is 2, 0, 1, then we return just 0, 1. Otherwise, we look for the remainder. We calculate the remainder, and we look for the remainder in our dictionary. If it exists, we return the index and the index of our num1. Otherwise, we just store it in the dictionary. So let's see if we can run this. Oh, something's wrong. Oh, we should be looking for a remainder. Made a boo-boo. Let's see if we can solve this. Remainder. There we go. Ooh, I made a boo-boo. So I should be looking for remainder. and not num's number. Right there. See? There we go. And as you can see, this is much faster result. So I hope this helps you solve this first challenge, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you.